Marketing Director for the Hutton Honors Council Association this year. I'm here to tell you why the Hutton Honors Council Association is the organization to join as a freshman honors student. Not only do we plan events for all honors students on campus, giving students an opportunity to learn programming skills and to meet other freshmen and network with other honors students, but we also really support leadership growth. We provide a lot of workshops for professional development skills. It's a great organization and it has something to offer for everyone. So, I'm going to show you a little bit more about what our organization is about and then introduce you to some of our leaders this year so that they can tell you why the HHCA has been a positive force in their lives.
The mission of HHCA is to connect honors students to the Hutton Honors College and to each other by building community among students on campus, fostering leadership development, and ultimately serving the greater Bloomington community. The HHCA carries out its mission by facilitating and planning social, academic, and philanthropic events for students living in various housing groups. HHCA has created an organizational structure that fosters our philosophy of facilitative leadership. This is the idea that we work with and foster all types of leadership styles. Additionally, we work to combine the strengths of these different leadership styles to achieve more as a team. In order to achieve this, our organization is structured so that every member is mentored and also a mentee to others. They receive feedback and give feedback. Our organization is split into two main sections, the Executive Board and the Leadership Board. The Executive Board consists of 13 members that work together to oversee the overall direction of the organization and plan large-scale events for honor students on campus. This Executive Board consists of directors, event coordinators, and neighborhood coordinators. You can learn more about their individual roles by checking out our website. The Leadership Board consists of all the presidents and vice presidents of the dorm councils. Each council consists of a president, vice president, event chairs, treasurer, and secretary. This team, or this council, is responsible for planning events for the honor students in their dorms. Councils are responsible for planning a certain number of events for honor students in their dorm each semester. They must plan academic, social, and philanthropy-themed events. They also attend meetings and workshops, led by the directors, to help improve their leadership and professional development skills. Reflections, mentorship, and introspection are often touched at our meetings, helping students realize their leadership potential. In the past, we have also had financial planning workshops, resume workshops, interview workshops, and more.
I'll be serving as the Director of Programming next year in HHCA. I'm very excited to be serving in this position. I've been in this organization now for 4 years, and I can tell you it's definitely been one of the best decisions I've made so far, in my college career. A lot of the closest friends I've made in HHCA, a lot of the relationships I've built in the organization have really been awesome, and it's been just a great way for me to really branch out and really find my niche at IU. And so next year, as the Director of Programming, I'll be working with students to really help them with their events, find ideas for events, and really develop those events so that they become from just like an idea and really flesh them out so they can become a great event where you have plenty of people attend. So I'll always be a resource for anyone who needs any help with event planning. More than happy to talk with anyone. And we'll also I'm really excited about this next year as well because we're really working to develop mentorship in the organization so that people who are incoming freshmen can really learn from upperclassmen and really learn not just about HHCA, but also the college experience, and really become well-rounded, developed individuals.
Overall, HHCA has really taught me a lot about professional branding and leadership skills. I think it's really important for freshmen to understand that this is not just an organization that can create bonds between you and other freshmen, but it's also an opportunity to connect with upperclassmen and network with them. And it's just a really great organization because it covers all facets of college life and things that you'll do afterwards in your professional life.
I started being in this organization as a freshman, and just like all of you guys, I was nervous. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, so I didn't know anyone, and I was like, how am I going to find friends? Because there's so many people here. So sort of my in at Indiana was to go through the Hutton Honors College, and from that very first day I really fell in love with the Hutton Honors Council Association. And so I got involved, and I actually was president of the Reed Dormitory, and I had such an amazing time there. And I met so many great people, and sooner or later they became a really close group of friends. And we also were able to do amazing things for our dorm and our honor students, which was something that I really loved.
My favorite HHCA event that the McNutt Council put on this year was called the George Taliaferro event. George Taliaferro, as you may be familiar, is the first NFL African American. So he was basically the Jackie Robinson of football, and he now lives here in Bloomington. In fact, he was a student at IU in the 40s. And at the event, he brought a sign that said colored that he had pulled from the walls here at IU while he was a student. This event had over 250 people show up, which is an all-time record for one neighborhood event, which was very outstanding. And just to be able to hear the perspectives of them overcoming the cultural barrier, him being the first African-American to play in the NFL, and his connections with Jackie Robinson, who he claimed to be one of his best friends, and just being able to hear that firsthand from such an incredible man, as well as his wife, who's actually Monroe County's first African-American judge. All those experiences were absolutely outstanding, and I think that's definitely one of the best HHCA events of this year. In terms of council-wide events, you guys will shortly know about the pool party, but that's a fantastic event. Everyone, towards the beginning of the year, gets to go to this great pool party and meet everyone and jump in the pool and play pool volleyball, so I definitely think that's one of my favorite events as well.
Wow, yeah, definitely. My favorite large event that the Ashton Council was responsible for was an Oscar trivia night on the night of the Academy Awards, and we designed this big trivia contest, and it involved guessing the eventual award recipients as well as some just cinema trivia, and we had pizza and popcorn and soda and a gift card, and around not 250 people, but around 35 people probably came, which is pretty good for Ashton. But I think more importantly, the council put a lot of hard work into it, and we really took ownership of the event and had a lot of fun. And then as far as an HHCA-wide event, the pool party is a lot of fun. I personally enjoy the ice skating event every year. Although I'm an awful ice skater myself, it's a great way to get active during the winter months, and it's just a great excuse to get out and do something.
My favorite event that we planned was probably when we did a thank you dinner for the ROTC of Bloomington, because it was really cool to get to hear their stories and get their perspectives on what it's like as a student and a member in the ROTC, and then give back to them, because obviously they do so much and they're going to be helping our country one day.
Our council had a lot of interesting events last year. We actually won the award for most edgy event. So we had a couple of cool ones. My favorite one was we brought in a woman who was previously like a star in the adult entertainment industry. So we actually Skyped her in, and she read an excerpt from her book and kind of talked about her role as a woman in the adult film industry and how that's shaped her and kind of her feelings on the whole thing. It was really cool because it's something really taboo that nobody really openly speaks about, like the ethics involved with that and like safety measures and things like that and how it's viewed in society. And it really sparked a great conversation among the students who got to attend. So it was a great experience.
I think one more thing I want to add to emphasize as part of HHCA is that you really can make a huge impact within the organization even from the first time you join it. I mean, like I mentioned before, this Taliaferro event, it was just an idea I had of bringing him in, and many people thought I was crazy, and it took a while to pull some strings, but ultimately 250 people were in a room listening to this insight he provided just because of an idea I had.